Greetings everyone and welcome to the channel. Today we are taking a look at the performance of three ITX CPU coolers in their natural environment, i.e. in an actual ITX case. Starting from the right, we have the NHL9A from Noctua, C7 from Cryoric, and HP400 from Johnsport. I'm sure most of you are familiar with Noctua and Cryoric, and this may be the first time you have heard of Johnsport. It is a Chinese company, focuses mainly on Chinese domestic market. Here in China, it is quite popular that people choose HP400 in their budget ITX build. Now, let's talk about some specs and prices. Among the three coolers, only the NHL9A features 2 heat pipes, while the other feature 4. However, it is also the heaviest, weighing 460 grams for its 37mm height including the fan. Its recommended TDP for CPU is 65 watts. You can buy it new for around $40 on Amazon. The Cryoric C7 features 4 heat pipes for its 100 watt TDP allowance for the CPU. Measuring at 47mm, it is the tallest cooler among the three. Strangely enough, there is not a lot of these coolers around, as there is only one listing on Amazon and it is selling at a ridiculous $140. The same is true on Newegg, with only one listing and also ridiculous pricing. There is even no listing on AliExpress at all. While there are some listings on eBay, the prices are still quite high as you can see here. Though on Taobao, it only costs around 299 RMB, which is roughly around $43 at the time of the making of this video. Now comes the HP400. Though most of the product info page say it is around 380 grams, it is clearly wrong, as I can feel that it is way lighter than the C7. I then did my own measurement and found out that it was around 220 grams, rather than the stated 380. Despite this, it features 4 heat pipes for its relatively lightweight, as you can see here. It is the shortest of the trio, measuring at 36mm, and here's a quick comparison of their height. Now comes to the prices. On Newegg and eBay, the HP400 cost around $32 and $22 respectively. In China, however, it only cost around 99 RMB, which is roughly $14, therefore its popularity. As for the testing, I decided to put the 3 coolers inside this GeekLab Nano 4 Pro ITX case. You can see how small it is compared to a Xperia Z3 Plus. The CPU for the test is a R5-1600 overclocked to 3.7 GHz at 1.285 volt, paired with an ASRock AB350 ITX motherboard. All 3 coolers would undergo a 20 minutes FPU stress test in either 64 at a room temperature of 26 degrees Celsius. Let's look at the results of C7 first. Idling at around 42 degrees Celsius, the CPU reached a maximum of 70 degrees in less than 6 minutes. The motherboard heated up to 58 degrees Celsius in the test, which may be an issue for some components on the motherboard on the long run. Although I have been running at this temperature for almost a year now, and I haven't encountered any issue regarding to the motherboard. I accidentally turned on the screensaver as well, so some of the frames are frozen. The L9A scored a similar result. Idling at 43 degrees Celsius, the maximum temperature for the CPU is 70 degrees, and the same 58 degrees Celsius for the motherboard, though it took a bit longer for L9A to do so. 8 minutes and 10 minutes respectively. Finally, the HP400. To be honest, I didn't have much hope on HP400, but turned out it performed on par with the other 2 coolers, and even better control on the motherboard temperature. Peaked at 71 degrees Celsius in 3.5 minutes, it could handle the overclocked 1600 just fine. What's more, to my surprise, it cooled the motherboard quite good as well, maxing out the motherboard temperature at 52 degrees in less than 40 minutes, which is way better than that of C7 and L9A. So what does it mean? Well, it shows that the performance of ITX coolers varies highly on different cases. For example, there are lots of discussions on the internet regarding to the performance of C7 and L9A, and they often outperform each other. In my case, however, C7 and L9A perform quite the same, while the cheaper HP400 outperformed them both on motherboard temperature. To conclude, if you are going for an ITX build, especially for the smaller ITX cases, you will need a lot of patience on finding the most optimal cooler. And that's it for today's video. I hope you all enjoy it, and hopefully I'll see you soon.